very lucky to live in the time that we do. Flying at Mach 15 through outer space in a spaceship right now orbiting the planet.
I forgot we were in a spaceship.
It's amazing.
That energy does not care about time and space. The three of us are in the same space right now. We're sharing energy. I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. So
Half-Life Alex. Who's with me?
I took off work on Monday and Tuesday.
I killed Bowser. I killed Bowser in VR. I think that's the first time I've ever done that, by the way. I don't think I've ever done a dab in my life. But I watched you do it, and it just felt right.
Yeah, it was the right moment. I'm in a really nice Fallout 4 monitor, like a Pip-Boy monitor. I like it.
yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what they have here.
Yeah.
The type of input you get, including this verticality, is not just input. Actually, determine yourself. It determines the way you're thinking.
So do you think that brain interfacing in gaming will actually kind of change you if it gets good enough?
Yes.
I'm just a little sad because while I was trying to eat you, because I was gigantic, I was trying to eat you like Pac-Man. They actually fixed me and they put me in the TV.
Dude, no. That's not going to fly here. Okay? What needs to be talked about right now that people are not talking about?
Well, so I think that VR is going to represent a paradigm shift. So do you want to talk about what that paradigm shift is and what that
Let's
might
get it, baby. Let's get it.
Okay.
The only solution is to rip your headset off and throw it across the room.
The only solution is to whale that kid in Echo VR and score 1 million goals. You know
And
what
just
I mean?
sit there
Take
while
it to the court, man.
He's
Take
like,
it to the court.
yeah, I'm up in your face.
You got the polar opposite of the person who goes, this is quite good.
Yeah, actually.
Anyone
This
else
is why
wanna
I
hug
bought
my
a
face?
headset.
Anyone else want to have my face?
Those people.
I'm ready.
Thanks for having me.
Make sure to like the video for these two guys down here.
Absolutely, guys.
Hold on. Thanks so much.
What's happening? What the fuck? What's happening? Hold on.
What's up, bitches?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Between Realities Season 2. My name is Alex VR. I am joined here with my co-host, Skeeva. Skeeva, how the hell are you, dude?
I'm so good, man. I'm excited to be here again.
We are super stoked. Check out the new digs. Check out the new desk. All right, check out what's going on here. What's up to the chat? We've got Space Roach in the house. Sweaty Nugget JJ. How's it going,
What's up,
brother?
guys? How you doing? Thanks for joining.
Paradise Decay. Get to the chopper. What's going on, guys?
How you guys doing today?
Yeah, we also got Aspen Darkfire and Roy Schwartz chilling too. So
Nice.
thank you guys so much for being here for the premiere. We are super excited.
Well, it's live, not really a premiere.
Oh, that's true. Well, it's the season premiere live.
Yes, season premiere live.
Yep, we were gonna record it, and then
Some stuff happened, so we're live instead.
we are here live, and we are super excited to have you guys with us. If you are new to the channel, this is a VR podcast. Primarily, of course, we like to get into some of the more philosophical discussions that kind of surround the medium. We here at Between Realities believe that virtual reality is the beginning of something very, very big, and we like to have that conversation all the time. So that's why we are here. If you caught the end of the first season, or you watched our little recap there, you noticed that things really didn't quite end well for us. At the end of that season, it was kind of shitty.
Yeah, it was pretty messed up, man. This we're flying through space with rendered reality. It was awesome, having a fantastic show, and all of a sudden, I don't even know how you describe it. This dickhead robot just took over our comms and everything, and just like crashed our ship, and that was it, man. We've been out for 2 months trying to get another ship off the ground,
Yeah, which, as you can see, we have done. We've got this nice new ship. We have some haptic stuff hanging in the background. We've got this like omnidirectional, treadmill thing going. We need that. Like we said, we've got the desk with these built-in monitors. We'll probably be doing some fun stuff with those.
Yeah, and we're showing some right now. We're showing on the monitors on the desk. We're showing some of the expos that me and Alex have attended in the past. You know, we went to CES in January before the world ended. We went to VRX in December. We went, you know, we did Game On Expo in Phoenix where we put hundreds and hundreds of people through VR for the first time. And it was super fun. So we're just scrolling through some pictures there in the bottom. And there's also a ticker down there that you can check out. It has some information on it. And guys, watch these screens because there will be, throughout the season, there's going to be a lot of codes that pop up on there. So go ahead and grab yourself some free stuff. We're going to try to give away twice as much stuff as we did last season. Really kind of make a point of getting more people playing games and more stuff going on. So it's going to be super, super fun. Also, this ship, right? This ship, we are able to now, we did a lot of work on this to make sure that if that dickhead robot comes back, he won't be able to take our ship down again.
Right. It's like kind of outfitted with some anti-dickhead robot technology.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, totally. So hopefully if anything does happen, you can't crash our ship again.
That's good.
You know, but oh no.
Oh,
going
you
on
gotta be
here?
kidding. Are you kidding me right now? Oh my. Shit. Oh shit.
Anti-dickhead robot technology, more like anti-good show technology. Ha, ha, ha.
Dickhead's back again, man. Are you serious? Are you
Dude,
serious right now, dude? Leave us alone, man. Come on.
this is fucked up.
You already messed
Skeeva
up.
couldn't produce his way out of a paper bag, let alone make this show any better. Why don't you stop telling people I trashed your ship and start telling them the truth? That you have no idea what you're doing. And I can tell by looking at the two of you that you didn't do anything for these past 2 months. You probably hired somebody on Fiverr.
Okay. First of all, Fiverr is not bad. There's actually a lot of good stuff
There is.
on Fiverr. And second of all, Skeeva's trying super hard. He's put a lot of time and energy into this show.
Shut up, Alex. You don't do anything other than show up and talk louder than everyone. You guys pretend to be so philosophical. My grandma would be a philosopher if she smoked as much weed as you guys. Influencers. Pff. 290 subscribers, and you act like this is a Netflix series premiere. Get a grip. I'm leaving. I'll see you guys whenever I feel like it.
Wow.
What the
Guys,
fuck?
I'm so sorry, man. You know, he wasn't supposed to be able to get into this new ship. You know, luckily he wasn't able to take us down, and he's gone now.
Well,
But,
I don't know, man. I would not be surprised if he shows up randomly to talk a bunch of shit to people who may or may not deserve it. So
yeah, he's really
Yeah.
not a nice
he's
robot.
not nice, and we
No.
definitely don't like condone him at all. So
No, not at all.
we'll
Nothing
see.
he says. He's obviously quite the dick.
We'll see. We'll see how
So,
it goes. I guess.
yeah.
All right.
Oh well, man. Well, hopefully he's out for the remainder of the show.
All right. Well, you know, I guess we can kind of get back to business here then
Okay.
after that interruption.
Yeah. So we have new ship,
It's a new ship, okay?
new
Whatever.
stuff going on.
The guy fucking ruined it. Today's an exciting day. There has been a couple of pretty exciting VR announcements that have happened just this morning, and I guess we should just get right into it, right?
Yeah, totally,
just-
man.
Let's get into this. So, what are you bringing up? Are you bringing up what I think you're bringing up?
Let's bring up the Quest.
That's
Yeah?
what I wanted you to bring up.
Yeah.
So until today, we had one image. All right. It was that one image that everybody had seen. And I honestly, when I saw that picture, I did not even slow down when I was scrolling, dude. I just just kept going. To me, it
Mhm.
looked just like a Photoshop or something. But I mean, now with these images surfacing, it's looking pretty conclusive that this is going to be the next Oculus product.
Yeah, I think it is, man. I think it is. I noticed a lot of different things about this headset. Not only that it's white, but that it's missing quite a few things. It's missing an IPD slider. It's missing the rigid headband that we had on the original Quest, which is very weird, right? Because if I remember correctly, so I had an Oculus Go before they killed that off. I still have it. And it had the same type of headband it looks like that this thing has to secure it to your head, except the Oculus Go is way lighter. Now, supposedly this is lighter than the Quest, so hopefully, you know, I mean, I don't think it's going to be a ton lighter, but it looks like from what I see here, that lightness might not even matter because of the new elastic headband that they put on this thing.
So that headband screams Oculus Go to me. You know,
Yes.
like this really to me, it's almost like it seems like it's the redheaded child between the Quest and the Go. You know, they like found that like middle point. Like obviously they want to abandon 3DOF. I feel like that's probably the goal.
And it should die. 3DOF should die,
Right,
in my opinion.
Right. So I mean, what's up with this? Like, is this gonna be a better Go and a worse Quest? Like, or is it gonna be a better Quest? Like,
That's a good question because supposedly this thing has a higher version of the Snapdragon in it. So the original Quest had an 835. This has a Snapdragon 845, I believe, is what it's rumored to have. The original Quest had 72 hertz, 72 frames a second. This supposedly will have 90, and that is supposedly the only real difference between what the processor is going to be doing is just the higher frame rate. Supposedly everything going backwards needs to be fully backwards compatible with the original
Of
Quest.
course, because the fucking Quest came out a year ago.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, 1 year? Like, is a year long enough for like a console like that to like have its limelight? You know, like that's not very long, dude.
Feels a little bit like a screw job to a lot of the people that have been trying to get this thing and that have recently been successful in getting a Quest, and now all of a sudden there's this new one. But I'll tell you what, man, I almost feel like if you got the original Quest, you're probably better off, right? I mean, it just looks like maybe it'll be more comfortable. It looks like you're immediately going to have to buy a third-party head strap for this thing. I was really thinking that they would have had some kind of counterweight on the back, you know, to make it a little bit better. I personally can't use anything without an IPD slider. So I try, you know, my PSVR I use when there's an exclusive and I get headaches and eye strain. I tried the Rift S, couldn't do it. Serious eye strain and headaches. No IPD slider on either of those headsets.
The Go doesn't have an IPD slider, does it?
The Go does not, and the Go has a hell of a sweet spot, and you know, so does some of the other headsets. But I feel like I didn't wear the Go that much either, though, because of that. So really, if there's no IPD slider, I really have a really hard time. So this is not going to be an upgrade. I don't think that I'll be able to get.
Wow. I mean, assuming it's an upgrade, right?
Assuming
like,
it's an upgrade.
It could be a side grade. Like, you know, it might be like, hey, we took away from this, but added to this, and it's still the Quest, but it's Quest 2 or Quest
and
whatever.
I think that's kind of what it is. I think it's going to be the Quest S. Personally, I mean, it would just make sense with their naming scheme, but.
You know,
but I don't know.
I saw some comments on Twitter, people talking about how like it's obvious that to them, I forget who it was. I'm sorry, I wish I could credit you. Somebody said it's obvious to them that, you know, this is like designed for media and social experiences. It's probably designed for Horizons, actually.
Yeah.
This is probably a Horizons console. You know, like it gives everybody everything they need to get into Horizons and nothing that they don't. Maybe it's that.
There's also the new controller. It's slightly different. It's not just white, but it almost looks like it has the same face as the original CV1 touch controller, the same top. But, you know, obviously the ring on the top is still on the top, doesn't go underneath. But I don't know what the difference, like why they changed it. Who knows, man? This is going to be an interesting one for sure. Oculus makes some really weird business decisions.
I think the price coming out is going to tell us a lot. When we find out how much this thing is going to be, I think once you see the price, you're going to know whether or not it's for you. You know, like people are going to be like, oh, okay, it's $200, or like, I don't know, like what? How do you change it from the OG price Quest?
My guess is that it's going to be the same because they might be removing some of the things like the head strap and the IPD slider, but they are adding higher refresh rate display panel. They're adding a faster processor inside to drive that. So I don't know, man. I think you're going to gain in some things and you're going to lose in a lot of other things.
Aspen Darkfire says that Thrillseeker made a good point about this, maybe being one of two coming headsets. And maybe we haven't seen the Rift replacement yet.
And we talked about that briefly yesterday, me and you, that maybe this is like a Quest Lite and there'll be a Quest S coming out. To me, the business decisions Facebook and Oculus makes, I don't see that being a thing. I just feel like they're just gonna kind of boink this up a little bit, but we'll see.
I mean, it might be kind of like you know, like a marketing strategy, you know, like kind of how there's like hair color for men and hair color for women. You know, that this might be like the Quest for social, and then there'll be a Quest for gaming, and there'll be a Quest for movies or whatever, you know, and they like try to sell it to you based on like the intentions that you have with it, and just kind of tweak things a little
if there
bit.
were like millions and millions of people in VR, that would be a good idea, because then you have enough people where you could separate out your customer base. But we don't have enough people.
Well, I don't think it's that. Maybe because the hair color for women of the Quest doesn't exist, women aren't buying it. That's what I'm getting at. Like maybe the new demographic that they are pushing into these specific headsets will inspire people to become a part of it. Now it's like, oh, I don't want a gaming VR. Oh, but it's social. Oh, you know what I mean? Like they might be trying to reposition it in a way to like, not make it about games.
Sure.
Because not everybody wants to be a gamer, but VR isn't just games, as we all know. My dad has a Quest now and loves it. That guy has never played games ever. I begged him my whole life growing up. So they might just be trying to do something like that.
Yeah, they might be. I feel like this is also an attempt to cut down their production costs. So if you look at this headset compared to the original Quest, there's no cloth on the side. There's no, it's not all fancy. It looks like a unibody, maybe single piece of plastic that they can quickly produce in the mold in the factory. So we'll see. I mean, and obviously the headband is obviously going to be a lot cheaper to produce as well.
Right.
So I feel like they're trying to maybe recoup some of the lost money from the original Quest and maybe try to turn a profit here, or take that money out to put it towards the newer Snapdragon. I don't know.
I mean, it really should. I feel like the goal hasn't really changed much, and it should still be, and hopefully is still, get as many people in VR as possible.
Right.
Like that should be the goal and intention. It's like,
how do you get as many people into VR as possible by cutting out the people that don't have the exact IPD range that you need?
Because people who are new to VR don't even know what IPD is, and they don't give two shits.
Right. So they put that shit on, they get headaches, they get eye strain, and they go, VR's not for me.
I mean, I don't think that's necessarily mutually exclusive. Like PlayStation VR sucks for IPD, but how many people has that just onboarded into virtual reality? You know what I mean?
But and I have friends that weren't going to get into VR because of the PlayStation VR. So I have a good buddy that he came over and he played Resident Evil 7 with me a little bit, and his eyes hurt so bad for the next like 2 days. Like just one of his eyes would hurt really, really bad because he was only able to line up one of the eyes correctly. And then he'd go through days of suffering. It's like, you don't do that for video games. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, don't do that.
Right.
Don't do that, man. You want as many people as possible in VR. Make the headset so as many people can wear it as possible.
Well, let's give them the benefit of the doubt for now. Like we don't see the slider here in these images, but maybe it's tucked in the eyes, near the eyes or something.
Hey, maybe there's eye tracking and it automatically.
Okay. Oh god, no, let's not get excited. All right, let's not. We're not there yet. But I think the next generation's Quest will.
Sure.
I think this won't, but the next we're going to be looking at eye tracking on pretty much every headset that comes out.
Yeah, I think so. I hope so, at least.
So I guess this is probably a good time to kind of shift a little bit. We're talking about the Quest. This is going to be a headset that's going to be available for people to purchase pretty soon. But there's another contender. If somebody is new to VR, is interested in picking up a headset, that we should probably touch on while we're having this conversation.
Yes. So, let me preface this maybe by, actually no, let's just go right into it. So while we were gone, sorry, here we have.
I told you this was gonna happen.
Sound. Let me fix that.
There you go.
Sorry about that, guys. Let me close that. All right. So there's a new headset coming out by HP. I'm sure it's kind of old news now. Let me get this going here. It's kind of old news, but Hewlett-Packard now has a headset out that is going to supposedly kind of like rival the Valve Index, right? And it does in certain ways, and it doesn't in certain ways. So this headset has 4K displays, right? It's one of the only headsets with 4K displays. If you don't count the Pimax, right? The Pimax is one that has 4K as well. But with the Pimax, I've noticed when you play games on that thing, and even with a very high-end graphics card, you're only getting about 75 frames a second, right? So I'm wondering who's going to be able to drive these 4K panels at 90 frames or better, because this has a 90 hertz refresh rate. My Index has 144 refresh rate, frames per second. So to me, I would personally rather have a higher refresh rate. So your sense of presence is much stronger. Everything is much more fluid. The Index has double what the Quest has, 144 compared to 72. So this, while it has 4K, everything's gonna be very clear. You're gonna lack in the frame rate department, right? Also, some other things to say about this is that we have the new headphones that are on the Index, and that right there is huge. That's so huge because the headphones are one of the best parts about the Index. They're just phenomenal. The sound is amazing. The bass is great. The highs, the mids, everything's really good. They don't touch your ears. They hover off your ears. So it's one of those things where it kind of adds to the immersion because you don't feel anything there, but you hear the sound and you hear it coming from all directions. So it's really, really good. It's one of the best parts of this headset, I think. The first thing they say they love about the Index? Oh, the microphone. Yeah. 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 It really is. Yep. The mic is incredible. Incredible. Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, man. The mic is fantastic. The displays are great. There's the lenses, they have a wider field of view, but there's this glare that kind of goes all around the lens. What? You're not in the scene. Well, I see you in the scene here. Oh, your audio is not in the scene. Oh, your audio.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. I said I wasn't in the scene, and he saw me and said that I was. Don't you worry, we're fixing this.
What the heck?
Immediately.
Okay. Yes, we're going to be fixing this really quick. This is the same scene that we had issues with before, but we're going to add Alex in here super quick. Alex. Okay. Here we go.
Hello? Oh, God. Oh, it was so scary. It was so scary. I didn't like it.
I spared you guys. The Alex babble. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, God. So we we recorded an episode yesterday, and there was a scene, this exact thing happened. We changed the scene. One of the microphones, for some reason, didn't show up in the next scene.
Dropped out of
and we had like 45 minutes of me not talking. It was really bad.
Yeah, so this was originally going to be a premiere, but the premiere that we recorded, it got tanked a little bit. Yeah.
And what's funny is that you... yesterday he was like, oh man, you know what? And if we would have been live, somebody would have told us. Somebody would have mentioned that our mic wasn't working. And look at you guys.
Yes.
You did it.
You were there to save the day.
We love you so much. We love you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. Yeah. HP Reverb. Good stuff. Really exciting. And one of the big things about this is also the controllers. Right?
So Aspen and apparently PD thought we were in different places. He's like, what the fuck, social distancing? Like, I reach over and grab your microphone. They're like, that's too good. Oh, man.
Sometimes we're in different places.
Yeah.
When the social distancing thing was strong and in effect and the quarantine was happening, we definitely did some social distancing.
And we still do, for the record, but we see each other. So.
Yes. We're not hugging as much.
As much. Yeah, not yet. We're trying to get back to it.
Right.
All right, where are we at? What are we doing? Let's talk about something.
Okay, well, real quick. So that HP Reverb has redone controllers. That's the biggest thing with Windows Mixed Reality headsets is the controllers are garbage, right?
Yes.
This has 4 cameras to track the controllers better, and they took a page out of Oculus's book, and they kind of redesigned the controller to be more Oculus Touch-like.
And maybe it'll have a good mic.
And maybe it'll have a good mic. It's reported that it does. So
there you go.
Thumbs up. Yeah.
Reverb. Are you going to get one?
I am not, because I have my Index.
Yeah,
but
you don't.
It is currently at Valve being replaced. So since I got my Index, let's put on an Index video here. Since I got my Index, I have been through 3 pairs of Knuckles controllers, and I have been through 2 headsets. My cable went out and the headset would just keep turning off. And I have dead pixels on the display, and my controllers, the thumbstick kept breaking. It's just unreal for this, very expensive top of the line headset. It's constantly broken. You know what I mean? And that, I feel like that's big. That's something that a lot of people need to know, because normally when you spend that much on a quality product, you expect, oh man, I got the best. This thing's going to last forever.
Right.
But, the controllers were lasting me on average 3 months, and the headset lasted me 1 year.
And they're so expensive, dude.
They're so expensive.
So expensive.
And so I've had a lot of time just waiting for RMAs from Valve, So luckily I'm able to use my Quest currently, while my headset's gone.
Yeah,
It's the hardest
no
thing parting with my
reverb for you.
headset, man.
And it's like, I'm looking at the reverb, and I think it looks great, but I have the Vive Pro, and it's like, is it that much better? Like, is it going to give me what I'm looking like? It's not going to be
Increased
worth it.
clarity, but a lower frame rate probably.
Unless I sold my Vive Pro and then use that money to get a reverb if I like it better or something. That could be an option.
Sure. But you modded the Vive Pro with the Oculus, or with the Samsung.
The Gear VR
lenses,
lenses.
Gear VR lenses. So it looks a lot clearer, and that actually looks way better, in my opinion, than my Index does.
Shout out Tyrael Wood.
Yes. Oh, and I'm wearing the Tyrael Wood.
There it is.
Back to the VR shirt here.
What's up, Ty? Maybe one day you'll watch our podcast and you'll hear this.
When he's not on it, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
So there's some other good stuff that's been coming up. One of the biggest news stories that just came up is that Tetris Effect now has a new version coming out, where
that Xbox logo is so weird to see on our podcast.
Dude,
by the way,
so the multiplayer version of Tetris Effect is going to be a timed exclusive with Microsoft, but after the exclusive, it is going to come to all the other platforms, from what we've heard.
Yep.
So you will now be able to play Tetris Effect in VR multiplayer with all the craziness happening and all the wild sound stuff going on, and I think it's going to be super cool. It was a really good game, man.
This honestly, I think this, for me, I guess I can only speak personally, but for me, this is a big deal. I talk often about how I try to play as many games as possible with my fiance, and she doesn't do as much VR, but damn if she doesn't love Tetris.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I find that's typical. I feel like
Yeah.
women love Tetris.
Yeah.
Like I've had my ass kicked by girlfriends in the past who weren't gamers.
Everyone loves Tetris.
No, that's everyone. True.
Everyone.
But so then
but it crosses over to the
yeah.
female plane, where a lot of things normally do.
And like maybe they don't like anything else.
Yeah.
Like that's I guess that's what I'm getting at. And I could be stereotyping you, sorry ladies, but Tetris Effect, she loves it. And the problem with VR, of course, for her is that it's like isolation. Like you put the headset on and now you're alone. But with this, I can convince her to put the headset on for long enough for me to run upstairs and put mine on, and then bam, we can play Tetris together. And I'm really looking forward to it.
Do we know? Is this going to be cross-platform play?
I doubt it.
Yeah.
I doubt it, but it's cross-platform in the Microsoft world.
Oh, okay. So you can play on Xbox. You can play on PC.
On PC, and I think you could be on PC in the VR version playing with a flat friend on Xbox.
Oh, that's cool. So flat and VR can be mixed.
I'm speculating, but I'm guessing that's probably the case. And then we're not going to see this, however, until summer of 2021 for Oculus and PSVR. That's a year.
That's a bummer. Microsoft, I'm sure, paid a lot of money to get an exclusive. They've bombed on their exclusives, and it really made the Xbox One kind of fail. So, I see them definitely playing the exclusives cards coming up here soon, just like Oculus does. They got a lot of exclusives.
Well, and not everybody needs this multiplayer too. Babaru here in the chat, Adventures of Aiden and Aviana, says isolation. That's the good thing about it.
Yeah.
Like for some people, they're like, no, leave me alone and just let me play Tetris, But I'm trying to share that experience myself.
Yeah, this is true, man. Dang, I didn't put a tower tag video in here because speaking of multiplayer, that's a lot of what me and you did during this whole break.
Oh yeah, it is. We should, I don't know, get rid of this video while we talk about this then, so people don't think we're on this anymore. Tower tag. Yeah, that's like one of the things we did in the show yesterday that it's just not happening today. We talked about what we did for these last 2 months, and we played tower tag.
Yeah, we played a lot of tower tag.
There was a, the game came out. It used to be, if you're unfamiliar, it's a competitive shooter game, kind of like paintball or something like that, or laser tag in a way. And it used to be a location-based experience only. Recently has become available on Steam. It's currently $20 on Steam, and it is a great time. Like, we have had so much fun playing it. They did a tournament, the Summer Cup tournament, where they had 32 teams of 4 in this multiplayer VR competitive shooter game, and we both played in the tournament. It was really, really good.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, it's all good. Yeah. The tournament itself was great.
It was, man. It was super fun. I met a lot of really, really good people on my team. Space Roach VR was on my team. Fantastic guy. You out there in the audience, dude? Really, really good guy. Phenomenal to play with. Steedley is another dude on my team. He's such an amazing guy. Sarah, who is a VR shaman.
VR
Right?
shaman.
VR shaman. Yeah. She got into this game, and she was on my team, and she ended up being the best player on our team. She was definitely as clutch can be.
Nice.
So we now call her Clutch. But that game pretty much really just completely took over my past couple months.
Yeah, and I've spent a little bit less time. I've really taken these past couple months to like work on, Alex stuff, not so much Alex VR stuff, like Alex stuff, just like life and like my crib and stuff like that. Playing a little bit of flat gaming too. So the time that I have been in VR has been pretty limited, and most of it has been in Tower Tag.
Yeah.
So anyway, we actually have some keys. We should dig some of those up.
Oh yeah. We do have keys.
Yeah,
let's give away some keys for this game. I'm telling you guys, when I first saw this game, I was like, Tower Tag. All right, the name isn't that great. I think I might skip it. And then Alex was like, dude, play this game. You gotta play this game. So I hopped in. I had so much freaking fun with this game, man. I had so much fun. It is so competitive. It's so fast. It's so, just everything about it is really fun. The sound effects, it has great haptics integration. So I have a haptics vest and the face piece. I can feel every headshot as I peek around that corner and get whacked in the face. It's phenomenal. I can feel when I get hit in the back. It's so good, and it's so fun. And my friends that hop in and that I play with, we just all have such a blast, man. And it's
it really
amazing.
It really is social. Like, being able to hang out with friends in there is what we love about it. He made great friends on his team. I made great friends on my team. He's still playing with his team. I'm still playing with my team. Like, it's pretty awesome. So if you want a Tower Tag code, say so in the chat, and I'll drop you one. I've got a handful of them here. Maybe everybody doesn't need one, so I'm not just going to toss them randomly.
Play this game, guys.
Play it. Right now, I have a copy for you. So let me know if you want it. I'll drop you a code right now.
Yep. This is really good stuff. You definitely want to check this game out.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's up there with Echo VR as far as how fun and team-based and competitive it is. It's one of the best competitive games I've played. Honestly.
Yep. Same.
Yeah.
Same. And my team took second in that tournament, by the way. Slight flex. Pesky Cashew. Charizard. What's up, boys?
Pesky Cashew is a very pesky cashew.
Yes, he is. Yeah. And Cervera, my teammates. What's up, boys? Good to see you.
Very cool.
All right.
Very cool. That was good stuff, though. I really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed the tournament. They did like $2,700 in prizes, give away haptics.
Yeah.
And
I actually just got paid
really
today.
Good. Oh, really?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. Collected my prize winnings.
That's good. That's cool. Oh, you got second place? You got some money.
Yeah, we got like $100 each.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yep. That's cool.
Yep.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. Yeah. Boom.
Cool. Well, that's pretty awesome, guys. Definitely play this game. Definitely. So what else we got going on right now? Let's get into some. You played today some In Death.
I did play In Death.
Yep. And In Death just came to the Quest, and it is a game that I really. It's a game that I really, really loved when I played on the PC. And this game is a roguelike game, which means you play until you die, and then you start over. There's no saving. There's none of that. But this game is an archery-based game where you have died and you're in purgatory, and you're going to make it as far as you can. And every time you start this over, the map auto-rebuilds itself. It's kind of like No Man's Sky, how it's procedurally generated. You watch this whole world get built in front of you, and then you go and you try to conquer it. And it's really, really cool. And I love the locomotion styles. This also just got free locomotion for the Quest, which is great.
It is.
This is a game I think will be really, really good on the Quest, and I think it's going to be very well received. It's super fun.
Let me tell you how I received it.
Oh, how did you receive it?
I thought it was good. My initial thoughts, right when I get in there, it looks great. Like graphically, I forgot I was using my Quest. I was just enjoying a VR experience. The bow and arrow didn't feel as good as others that I've used.
Oh, interesting.
Pulling it up, like the aim, I felt like when I was adjusting my aim, it was a little unnatural and it wasn't as comfortable as it was for me playing Skyrim VR or Apex Construct.
Okay.
Which both have quite a bit of. I mean, Apex Construct is all archery, and if you're not an archer in Skyrim, you're doing something wrong. You got to be shooting arrows in Skyrim. It's too much fun. So anyway, I've done a lot of firing arrows with both of those games, and in this one, I felt like I kind of had to like put the bow like directly in front of me. You know, like I couldn't like it wasn't like it didn't have that like good like off to the side kind of. The adjustments that I had to make to aim felt unnatural. To put it simply. However, I made the adjustments and I had a great time. It was really fun. Like before long, I was just enjoying the experience and creeping around corners to, capitalize on the engages that I was getting into. And I think it's a great game. I think it's a solid title for the Quest.
Yeah. It's have you played the PC version?
No.
I'm kind of curious to know if the aiming and stuff is any different on the PC version than it is on the Quest. I played this. I played this quite a bit. This is one of the favorites of the VR365 stream, and when this game came out, I mean, we were just all playing this a lot.
Yeah,
really, really good. It's super beautiful, man. It's just such a pretty game, and you get this like almost like this church-like music, which is kind of eerie, while you're going through purgatory trying to shoot people in the face with a bow and arrow. But it's super fun, and I think you should try this and play this for sure. I mean, like I said though, I don't know. I haven't played the Quest version. I've only played the PC version, and from that,
I say it's good on the Quest. So,
cool.
I only played for a little bit over an hour, but I had a great hour. So,
well, that's cool.
I think it's worth it.
Nice. Well, maybe we should go on to something else that came out on the Quest while we were away. And for me, this isn't the biggest deal, but for a lot of people, it is. Five Nights at Freddy's was finally released on the Quest after people screaming for it for a year.
Dude, I don't know that I'm ever going to be able to forgive this community for what they did to Upload VR Showcase, man. Like, if you didn't catch the Upload VR Showcase live on YouTube and you didn't see that chat log, it was, like, in my opinion, disrespectful. Like, so disrespectful. I mean, it was filled with Five Nights at Freddy's fanboys and fangirls spamming the ever-living fuck out of that chat box. And there are like developers who have been looking forward to displaying their games on that Upload VR showcase for months probably. And they're like waiting, oh, here comes, oh man, our game is next, here we go. And then it comes on and everyone's like, this isn't Five Nights at Freddy's, what the fuck? Like it was like, it left such a bad taste in my mouth. And it's not Five Nights at Freddy's fault, right? Like they made a good game that got very popular, but that community has lost my respect if I'm being blunt about it. Like that was not cool. And it like made me not want to support it, which sounds fucked up a little bit because if it's a good game, then it should be a good game. But I don't know, man. I hated that. I thought that was terrible.
Yeah, it is a bummer, man. It really is too bad. But at the same time, this game is going to bring a lot of people into VR. And it's one of the most expensive games on the Quest Store too. It's $30, which isn't expensive for a game these days, but compared to other VR games on there, it's a little pricey. But this game a lot of people have been waiting for this to come for a while, and I haven't played the Quest version, but I have played the PC version, and I downloaded it and installed it, never really playing any of the flat versions before. And I got through one night in this burger or this pizza joint, right? So this game really quick is about animatronics that come to life in a pizza joint, and you're a security guard, and you got to make it through the night without these things killing you. And when I was a kid, man, I used to go to Chuck E. Cheese, and I was terrified of the animatronics. And this scared me quite a bit. I played through one night, and then I seriously pieced out of it and uninstalled it, and I'm like, nope, not playing this anymore.
That doesn't surprise me, man.
Yeah.
Horror is hard.
Yeah. It was horror is very, very hard in VR.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard.
Space Roach, we're glad you're here live, man. This is pretty cool.
What's up, buddy?
Tones My Bones is still working his way through season 1. You're like, why are you watching?
Right on.
You can't be watching this, dude. Spoilers. Like, hello. Oni K's just showed up. Thank you for joining us as well. And of course, German Rifter.
Nice.
What's up, dude? Thanks for being here, man.
German Rifter is a dude that has been in this VR community forever, and you just see his name everywhere, and he's such a good dude. Just an awesome
Yeah,
dude.
I mean, he could have been on time for the show, but I mean, whatever. I guess
there's that.
We'll cut you a little bit of slack this time.
Man, so yeah.
So hold on a second before we go anywhere else.
Okay.
I kind of want to talk a little bit more about this community, because that was overwhelming, right? Like those numbers were insane. And it's probably the same group, or at least mixed with the same group that is populating Echo VR right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and of course, if you're an adult in Echo VR and you're being bombarded by younger people, you may not be enjoying the experience as much. So anyway, I kind of wanted to touch on this a little bit because, like, is that like the future of our community? Like, that's them, right? Like, they're not going to, like, these are the people who, like, these are their Nintendo 64s,
Yeah.
So
a lot of kids played this game on mobile. And I don't know if it was free or if it was paid. It might have been $5 or something. But this game got really popular with little kids playing on their parents' phones, I think. And, it was a bit scary. Not close to as scary as what we have in VR. But now you look, like I put my nephews in here, which I think one of them might be in the chat, and they couldn't do it either. And they were really big fans of this game. When it was flat, but I mean, it's just a different universe in VR.
Sweaty,
it was hard to get through.
Sweaty Nugs, did you nope out of this? Sweaty Nugs?
Yes, you did.
We're gonna need you to get back in there in VR now and maybe make a video for us.
So this game does have all 3 versions of Five Nights at Freddy in there.
Oh, that's
cool.
cool.
Yeah, so you get all 3. Plus, you get like a mode where you get to repair the animatronics, and that is super jump scare central. I almost pooped my pants multiple times. Don't want to. Yeah, it's bad news, man. Yeah, I guess I'm a baby.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're not the only one.
Yeah. But this game is good. This game's good because it's going to bring this whole subset of people into VR, and all these kids are like, "Buy me a headset so they can play Five Nights at Freddy's."
Right.
So where it's not the audience that me and you really want, at least it's some headset sales and it's some more mass adoption.
Well, and like
parents will try,
in 10 years they'll be adults, like they will eventually be adults,
Right.
So like we do have to give them like some kind of, like, we got to cut them a little bit of slack, what I mean? Like, they're not adults, they're not mature, they don't understand the social implications of the stuff that they're doing. They're just fucking around in VR, but it's just interesting to see that kind of behavior and realize how many there are. Like, I seriously think that the Five Nights at Freddy's kids and the Echo Arena kids are outnumbering us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's like way more of them than there are of you and me.
Yeah. Well, Echo Arena, I think it's because it's free, and just like Rec Room, when you put out an experience for free, all the little kids are going to go in there. They don't have to get their parents to approve a purchase. You know what I mean? They grab the game, they hop in with their friends, and they can have a fun time.
Right.
Unfortunately, a lot of these kids ruin the experience for a lot of us, and with this all being tied to Oculus, I don't know why they just can't filter the lobbies to age. Like, I feel like I should hop in a lobby. It should automatically, by default, put me in with the people closest to my age.
Yeah.
Just because.
Or allow you to select some parameters or something ahead of time. Be like, I'm down to be with kids, and I'll be a shepherd and a guiding light, Or you can be like, nah, I'm not dealing with kids ever, so I don't ever want to see them in my game. So that would be, I don't know. I don't want to say that would like maybe start to become somewhat discriminatory. Like, is that discrimination to like be like, here, if you don't want to play with this kind of person, you don't have to?
I don't know, man. I don't think so. I mean, would you think it was weird if you saw grown adults with no kids going into Chuck E. Cheese to play? I mean, you wouldn't, because it's full of kids. It's full of kids. There's no one your age there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't have anything in common with those people. They're not old enough yet.
Right.
So I feel like it's an issue. It's a little bit of an issue. But one of the things I want to say is don't not play Echo VR because of this, because Echo VR is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's so good. And you just have to take advantage of the ghosting feature. You pull up your arm, you hit your little tablet thing, you click on the person that's being obnoxious, and you just hit ghost. They disappear. You can't see them or hear them, and then vice versa. They can't see or hear
Right. And the other thing too is that it almost inspires me to want to like really become a part of a community, you know, of like people who play and like want to get together. So you could just like put together whole rooms, you know, like I'd happily play with the same 8 people all night, you know, just like we'll mix teams up if we want to, you know, like 8 adults who are acting like civilized humans. Like that would be incredible.
That'd be great.
That would be incredible. But unfortunately, the last time I played Echo VR, some kid was blasting into a fucking kazoo while wearing his headset the whole time, floating upside down, scoring goals on me. You know, like, I'm not even kidding. He had a kazoo in his mouth.
I know. That's a bummer.
Blasting that thing.
Dude, it's ridiculous. And everyone getting their face humped.
Yeah.
You know, that's face humping is a big thing in that game.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, well. It's a good game. It's a good game. Play it. I'm telling you, you're going to have a ton of fun in this game. Just the weightlessness of it, just floating around is phenomenal. I mean, they did such a good game, such a good job with this game. I mean, they really, really did. So hopefully this will bring more people into Lone Echo and Lone Echo 2 as well when that comes out.
Are you stoked about Lone Echo 2?
I am. I'm pretty excited about Lone Echo 2. I really like the first one. I didn't finish it all the way, so I got to do that before part 2 comes out. But I mean, the graphics were amazing. Olivia, the other character that you're with in the ship, is just the sense of presence and how real she feels is so weird, and it's so cool.
Oni K says that we're wandering off when we're talking like this.
Oh, I gotcha.
You have to stay intimate.
Try to
Hello,
stay
everyone.
centered here.
Welcome to Between Realities. It's a pleasure to have you here with us. My name is Alex, and this is Pillow Talk.
But yeah, so there's that. But the next thing that's a big deal that came up in the VR community, and I think it actually released yesterday, is Dreams for PSVR. And unfortunately, this is just PSVR, so it is what it is. But this game is pretty much a full. It's like a game building engine, almost like a Mario Maker for VR, where you can go in and you can build your own games. People have reproduced old games, old classics that play exactly. It could be anything from top-down view to standard first-person view, or any kind of game, race car games. It doesn't matter. You can build just about everything in this, and it really seems like this is going to be huge. I mean, just huge. How could it not be?
So maybe somebody in chat can clear this up for us. We're not I was under the understanding that you can do anything like in Dreams. Like if it's already been made, now it has VR support. Is that true? Somebody firm that up for us, because I haven't done it yet, but I heard that everything that's been made is playable in VR. And if that's the case, then I'm getting in there this weekend for sure.
And I heard about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I haven't checked recently, so it could have changed, that you have to make the experience for VR. But I don't know, just because of the scale thing. But who knows? If you can, I mean, that would be incredible. That would instantly put Dreams into the most VR content.
Right.
That's out there.
Overnight.
I mean, it's incredible. And then, normal everyday people can just go in and design whatever they want. I mean, it's really, really cool stuff.
Yeah. And if I can do it, the first thing I'm doing is this Avatar: The Last Airbender game, because I love that show. It's on Netflix. It's blowing up right now. It's becoming very popular, and I'm very happy about that, because it's like the best show I've ever seen in my life. And somebody made a like legit looking Avatar game in Dreams, and I am getting in there if I can do so.
Yeah. And someone made PT as well, right?
Yes, I did hear that too.
PT is playable teaser. It was a game that was coming out on the PS3 or 4, on PS4. Hideo Kojima was going to do another Silent Hill game, and it was going to be called Silent Hills. And this was a kind of a teaser. It's called playable teaser. That would kind of show off some of the technology used in that. And oh my God, is it scary! It's so scary. People are reproducing this thing everywhere now.
Yeah.
In Dreams, there's a Half-Life Alyx version of this, which I recorded a full video on and never aired it because I I was so scared that it was ridiculous.
You were so scared. You were embarrassed to post the video.
Yes.
That is, dude, you have to post that. You have to post that. He's posting it. I'll make it happen.
I was a little bit of a baby.
Don't worry about it. I'll make it happen. So Roy Schwartz says that the creators have to pull the switch. Yeah, and then Onike says that the author can explicitly say that it is or isn't VR, but for the most part, everything is compatible. And Paradise Decay said that some games are too demanding to work in VR, sadly. So I imagine that building it for the VR mode would obviously make the best VR experiences, but to know that it's compatible and will work as long as the author allows it, that opens the floodgates.
Yeah, totally. That's good stuff, man. I am looking forward to getting into some Dreams. I own this game. I just have to fire up my PS4 and get it going. You know, for me, it's just always such a fight. You know, I have reflective surfaces everywhere. You know, pictures, and I feel like my PlayStation doesn't track properly because of it. And you know, it's my fault, but at the same time, I just don't. You know, it's
dude. For me, honestly, it's the resolution of the images, man. Like after moving to the Quest. Not even PC VR. After moving to the Quest, I had a very hard time firing up my PSVR anymore. Like, I'll still use it, especially like if I'm not doing anything and a Firewall group pops up and I'm like just chilling. I'll be like, yeah, I'll go play some Firewall, whatever. But I have to like force myself to use my PSVR because the image quality just doesn't do it for me. Like the graphical integrity is there, like the graphics are nice, but it's just fuzzy, man. Like I need clarity. Like it's just too muddy.
Yeah, it is. You know,
I mean, I'm splitting hairs too here. Like I used the fuck out of my PSVR before I got a Quest, and I would continue to be using it today.
It's still awesome. You know, if you don't have the issues with the IPD, then PlayStation VR is still awesome, and it just the software library alone. I mean, some of the exclusives on PSVR are just unbelievable.
Yeah.
And
worth playing.
Firewall, 0 Hour, and Blood and Truth, and just to name a couple.
Astrobot.
So many Astrobot. There's so many good games that are just on PlayStation VR. So you kind of have to deal with it sometimes.
And I'm about to. I'm about to hook it up and play Dreams. I'm just saying that this is what it takes. Like it takes something like this to happen.
Yeah, for real.
But I'm not trying to talk shit about the PSVR. You know that I am that I love that thing, and I still think that it's worth getting. If you have a PlayStation, you don't have VR, go get it like right now.
Yeah, for sure. Even though I think PSVR 2 is going to come out and just totally drop the mic.
100%. But I mean, we're looking at a summer 2021 release for Tetris Effect multiplayer. Like, when do you think PSVR headset 2 is coming?
Sure. Like, well, I don't want people to go out there and buy a PlayStation VR and then have them be quested, where they're like another year later they're like, oh, here's another one, right? I mean, that's a bummer, but I do feel like PSVR 2 is just going to come in and just wreak havoc on all of VR.
It will.
Yeah.
Onike says that he can see past the resolution after a few minutes, but what he constantly bumps up against is the tracking. I think that's typical. I forget who we were. I think it was Gamertag VR we had on the show last season, and the question came up: what percentage of PSVR owners do you think have experienced no issues with their tracking? And we were all like 0. Like we were all confident that if you own a PSVR, you are struggling.
Yeah,
like, that's just all there is to it. Like it's not a system that like operates optimally under any circumstances. Like, you're gonna have a bad day. That's all there is to it. You know what I mean?
I talk to a lot of people that tell me they really don't, though. Some people like Delirium Drew, for example. He's like, oh man, my stuff works so good. So I don't know, man. Maybe it's my stuff. Maybe I know it's my setup. I know my setup has a lot to do with it. You know what I mean? The reflective surfaces and it's seeing that ball reflect in different parts of the room, and it just kind of
right. Well, that is kind of an inherent flaw, though. Like, so I have to go into like a dark cellar to play my PSVR?
I gotta redesign my house for PlayStation VR, right? It's kind of silly, but it's affordable. It's PlayStation. We'll deal with it for now. I mean,
and if you don't have it, get it, because it's still worth it. Even though I'm like, it sounds like I hate it. I don't. I actually really like it. I'm not going to use it if I have a Quest or a PC VR setup.
Yep.
Unless I have to.
Yeah, I hear you. And you mentioned we had GT on last season. we forgot at the beginning of the show to mention that we have a couple of our favorites coming back from season 1.
Yeah.
And we have some incredible guests lined up for this season.
We really do.
I was like, oh man, we kind of blew our load on the first season. How are we gonna get, how are we gonna get guests that good again? Oh my god, man, we crushed it again. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's just gonna be a great season again. It's gonna be a great season. So definitely tune in, man. Subscribe. And I normally don't say this, but hit that bell button because you don't want to miss some of these
Seriously.
live streams. We're gonna have some really, really good people on here.
Like, really awesome. Like,
Yeah.
we're trying not to reveal anything, but like, it's kind of almost hard because some of the people who we have joining us, we're just so excited about, and we are booked up until October, to the end of October. Like, we have guests, so
Yeah,
get ready. It's gonna be a great season. We're very excited.
Yeah, hopefully, those, hopefully we do not have that dickhead robot. Because,
I mean,
we
can
that
hope.
whole thing. I'm going to do some work on the ship and see if I can get the firewalls tightened up a little bit more so he can't wreak any more havoc here.
Yeah, that would probably be for the best, I think.
But, guys, please subscribe.
Subscribe to the channel. So, I guess it feels like we're kind of getting there a little bit, doesn't
I
it?
think we're getting there.
So we've got a new Discord. I started a Discord this morning because on these images you see all these these pictures that we've taken at conventions and stuff like that. We would love to include maybe images that you guys have at conventions, or once you pick up some of this Between Realities merchandise, take some images, take some selfies and stuff, send them. We'll put them on the screens.
Shirts. We got mugs. We got stickers. Now, I got to tell you guys, we got face masks. Now, really, you guys obviously don't have to buy this stuff. We really made it because we want as much Between Realities gear as possible, and we've spent a fortune on this stuff.
Yeah.
And it's super awesome. But we figured, hey, why not let people buy it if they wanted to? So we'll put a link in the description probably after this is done to the store. And if you guys want, you can pick some stuff up. It's super cool merch. I love it. But, it's our show.
It's good stuff.
So
just
good stuff.
Yeah, if you want to support us, buy a shirt, take a picture. We'll throw you on our screen and give you a shout out and do that.
Mm-hmm.
So we said that we're not going to reveal too much, but we will reveal our first guest for the season on next Friday, a week from right now. Get to the Choppa VR will be joining us. Get to the Choppa, if you are unfamiliar, which I feel like everybody here would be, has a YouTube channel. Get to the Choppa VR. He loves Arnold, and he will destroy you, you little girly man. You're nothing to him.
Put your VR on and shut your face so I shoot you.
Shut up and play VR, you sissy girly man.
Yeah, I feel like next week we're gonna have quite a few Arnie impressions.
That's the only voice that we're speaking in the whole podcast.
The whole podcast.
Yeah, it's like all three of us Arnold impersonation the entire time.
We'll see how that really goes. But yeah, tune in. It's gonna be super fun. Get to the Choppa VR is such a cool dude. He's so awesome. He's made some awesome videos. Check out his YouTube channel. He's made some really, really funny stuff and a lot of VR content, and he's just awesome. He was on the VR link for a really long time. Really good dude.
Yep, and we're going to be picking his brain and chatting it up and yucking it up and having a good time with him next week.
Yep. Oh, show.
So let's see. We've got the new set. We've got the merch store. We've got a new Discord. We've got guests galore. We've got giveaways galore going.
Yeah, maybe did you throw any of those codes in?
I threw one code out. Here's your last chance. If you are interested in not your last chance. You'll have more in the future. But if you are interested in having a Tower Tag code, I have copies of Tower Tag right here. Please join us. I will drop a code for you in chat. Just say the word, and I will drop it down there.
And let us know your opinion too on we have this new time slot, Fridays at noon. We're trying not to bump into any other VR shows, so you guys don't have to choose. There's we got a lot of good stuff here going on. So let us know if you like the new time slot. What you think?
We're gonna take that with a grain of salt, for the record. But it would be great to get your feedback. Between Realities, here we are. I'm Alex VR. This is Skeeva. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you to everyone in the chat that's been hanging out with us. And this is going to be great. And we're so thankful to have you all with us for the journey. So thank you so very much.
Really stoked, guys. Very excited to have this show back. It was so sad every week not doing the show. I kept writing things down that were happening and going, oh. Hey, Alex, I'm just going to tell you.
Well, we're going to be telling you guys for every week from here on out for the foreseeable future. So thanks again, and we'll see you very, very soon.
Later, guys.